Now, before getting started, let me just take a moment to say Happy Star Wars Day, or May the 4th be with you to everybody out there. And considering what day it is, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that we got a new Kenobi trailer today, albeit a rather short one. And so what we're going to do here, and I say we because my wife is going to join me a little bit here. She has tried to pick the trailer apart. I don't normally do kind of trailer breakdowns per se. I usually kind of give my thoughts and then maybe a few theories, but this time we'll get a little more into it. And first of all, though, the trailer, I thought, not a ton new. I don't know that it got me any more hyped for Kenobi, mainly because I'm pretty much at hype level with this thing. I don't know that I can get any more. Probably anxious is the word I would choose, because I am super excited. I have a lot of hope, but there is that twinge of fear that they will get arguably the greatest character in Star Wars, in some people's opinion, wrong, and do just more kind of harm to the fan base and franchise. And we don't obviously want that. And so before digging in, what did you think of the trailer? Do you agree that you didn't really need another trailer at this point?
I didn't need one, no. I mean, it's always nice to get a little bit more, but
I kind of like going in with a little less. I mean, granted, I don't think this trailer showed all that much new, really. It had a few new lines, more than maybe new imagery. I mean, maybe different, parts of the same shot, but I don't know there was a lot new in it. The ones about you're still looking for Kenobi, he's gone, were kind of strange. I'm not entirely sure who said those lines.
Right. If the lines after it, coming from Reva, of maybe you're not looking in the right place, could possibly indicate she's interrogating somebody.
She's either interrogating another Jedi. I mean, we've heard rumors, I believe, that she is a former Jedi, which makes sense. Most of the Inquisitors seem to be former Jedi. That she was kind of a youngling or a Padawan at the time, or, younger. And she has animosity towards the Jedi, which I guess could make sense. And so this could be that she's interrogating one of the other Jedi and kind of trying to, she's for some reason interested in Kenobi, it seems. Or is she just interested in Kenobi for the sake of Vader? Because Vader is still obsessed with, finding Kenobi, and she wants to impress Vader, obviously. Or does she have personal grudge against Kenobi?
Could be. Maybe she just had heard that message that Kenobi
the hope
put
message?
Out.
That could be.
Maybe she just assumes because they never found a body or never had a confirmation that he must be alive somewhere.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. I mean, if he put out that message, clearly he's still alive, and, Vader would know that he got away, obviously, so...
I mean, it could even be her mission from Vader. Her specific mission is to find Kenobi.
I think that's all their mission, though. I think he wants all of them to find Kenobi, but it could be that her specifically has been tasked. I guess that could make sense.
Yeah, because, they're all just looking for Jedi. She could be specifically tasked with looking for Kenobi.
Yeah. Or it could be some kind of weird personal stake for her, just to try to, tie her into Kenobi and make her a little more part of the story. We've heard a lot of people speculate that she's going to be a big part of the story. So if she has personal stakes with Kenobi, that obviously does that. But no, interesting either way, because it would maybe almost make sense that she is interrogating a Jedi, because we do have that scene of the Inquisitors' kind of underwater base there. And it looks like there's escape pods leaving the base. I think that's interesting because we also have a clip of something landing there where there's the Purge Troopers, which is cool to see Purge Troopers from Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
But it seems like they're all raising their gun, like somebody is landing that they're obviously not, it's not Vader or anybody like that who they're, there to greet. They're there to, secure the situation. So who could that possibly be? Is it tied to these escape pods? Are the Jedi are there Jedi that they're kind of quote unquote letting escape so that they can track them back to Kenobi, believing that it all leads back to Kenobi? I mean, that's my only kind of guess right now as to what is going on. It could very well
be. I mean, they're all watching the, at one point they're all like looking at a screen that's showcasing a planet, and
yeah, so could it be that like 3 Jedi maybe are captured, and then they escape, and instead of trying to all go in one escape pod, they figure their odds are better to escape if they go alone, and then we're seeing them track these different Jedi to different locations. Right. And maybe one goes to Tatooine for reasons.
I mean, we do even see in one of the scenes Kenobi shooting a gun. How uncivilized.
Well, yeah, how very uncivilized of him.
Must have been killing stormtroopers. There's a probe droid on the ground.
Which is, so are they looking... I think they're looking for the other Jedi and thinking he's leading them to Kenobi, and he is somehow, which I do not know how that's going to make any sense whatsoever, because
It
in
could
theory,
be coincidence.
because in theory, Kenobi has no known connection per se to Tatooine. Yes, that's where Anakin is from. That's his Padawan. I get that, but I don't know that anybody would think that that's where he would go to hide.
I'd like to think it might possibly be either the Force leading them or a coincidence. One of them ended up there. The Inquisitors come there to track him down. Owen, sees the Inquisitors in town. He warns Kenobi, like, something's going down, something's happening here, which might flush Kenobi out accidentally.
It could, because
He needs to lead him away from Luke at all costs. He needs to get him off this planet.
Yeah, because we do see Reva. We do see all the Inquisitors on Tatooine in some city. I'm not sure which city it's going to be, but we do see Reva kind of confronting Owen. Mm-hmm. Probably because she senses his fear. I'm going to assume it's, they're looking for a Jedi. She senses this guy's afraid because obviously he's protecting Luke. We all know that. So she confronts him.
Right.
And then we have Owen, probably the best line in the trailer, or the best part of the trailer. Owen kind of saying, you're going to get him killed like you got his father killed, essentially. Saying that to Kenobi. And you can see that obviously wounds Kenobi pretty deeply. But it's curious to note because that actually there is a very similar scene like that in the comic books where Obi-Wan and Owen have a confrontation about Luke's future, sort of. And
so maybe this is an ongoing argument between the two men?
It could either be ongoing or it could be overwriting. We'll have to wait and see if those few comics from the mainline Star Wars Marvel series will have any relevance on this at all. But it's a good line. I don't blame them for kind of redoing it, if you will. Obviously, there's going to be some conflict between Owen and Obi-Wan, but Obi-Wan is still insisting on training him someday, it seems. So
absolutely he is. So
any rumors of him being so broken that he's given up on the Jedi seem false. But it's hard to know when this all, what order it kind of goes in.
Right. We have specifically, you can divide it up by where they take place, but we don't know what exactly the order is.
Yeah, is this confrontation happening after the Inquisitors show up? I'm assuming it happens before or right before.
I think it's before.
I'm going to assume early on we're going to see Kenobi kind of venture off and watch Luke. Owen is going to realize he's there. He's going to track him back to the city, and he's going to be like, hey, stay away from Luke. And Obi-Wan's going to be like, hey, I got to train this kid someday. And, Owen's like, no, that's not going to happen anymore. He's my son, essentially, now. And so Obi-Wan leaves, the Inquisitors show up, and there we go.
Mm-hmm. I like that we see the wanted poster for Obi-Wan. I like that they used an episode 3 picture.
Well, they should use it. They don't.
Picture
yeah, it's probably from the Jedi archives or something of that nature. They don't have a current picture of Kenobi. So it's kind of cool to see the episode 3 looking Kenobi.
Mm-hmm. And then we know that they're going to leave the planet somehow or another.
Yeah, we know Kenobi's going off planet. We know almost with a certainty that he's going to confront Vader, which I'm trying to be open-minded about. I'm trying to let them see what they do with it. I'm someone who. I don't love the idea of Kenobi leaving Tatooine in the first place. I certainly don't initially love the idea of another encounter between Kenobi and Vader. I understand it could be awesome and they could do it right and all that. I'm just I've always been of the mindset there's the, Mustafar confrontation and then there's the Death Star confrontation in A New Hope, and they haven't seen each other since. So, but if they can pull it off, more power to them. Moving on, though, we see, is that 4-LOM?
Oh, that's definitely 4-LOM.
Definitely 4-LOM.
No doubt about it. That is 4-LOM.
Where's Zuckuss? Where's the dynamic
Zuckuss
duo?
Is busy. Doing his own thing. Doing his own bounties for all we know.
Maybe. Well, they work together a lot. So, and they've swapped names. So they're really good friends. Because originally 4-LOM was Zuckuss and Zuckuss was 4-LOM if you go back to the original toys and stuff.
Maybe Zuckuss is in there. We see the rooftop. Kenobi is pinned down by 2 different people.
Is that Kenobi
shooting.
Or is that the other one?
I think it's Kenobi.
I thought it was the Nari or whatever who goes to Tatooine, who is probably the one they're tracking, who maybe is one they have in the Inquisitor base, who quote unquote escapes and goes to Tatooine for reasons.
I still think it's Kenobi. I think in one shot in the first trailer, when the bird things get released, you can tell it's Kenobi because of the hair and stuff, and this looks like it's rooftop battling. So yeah, he's pinned down between 4-LOM and some other bounty hunter that we cannot see very well, which for some reason in my head, the first tiny iota I get is I'm like, is that a Boba Fett? Is that a Mandalorian?
Come on, we don't need Boba Fett in this series.
Maybe it's Zuckuss.
I hope it's Zuckuss. That would be fine.
But they're using some sort of heavy repeater blaster that's shooting out that yellow beam that Reva's going to see from a distance.
Yeah, and then go in there
and engage.
Yeah. Yes.
which we know he's going to get away because...
Well, we know Kenobi's going to really get away all around, right? Because he's going to end up on Tatooine again, and no one's going to be the wiser.
Right, because we see there's a ship that presumably he gets on, and Reva's standing down at the docks like, you can't escape him. Him meaning Vader, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
More
foreshadowing to our duel of the century or rematch of the century.
We also see our droid.
Yeah, the little batteries not included type droid.
Leia's new cute thing, which we reported on the other channel.
On our...
Oh, it's adorable.
I guess.
You could probably get a real drone one of those.
I'm still hoping we don't see Leia in this. I don't think we need to bring Leia into the picture, but...
I know. We also saw my friend Ned.
Ned droid, yeah. That's all we've translated from his armor. It says NED on it.
Yeah, there's 3 Arabesh symbols that I could read, and it's NED. So I'm calling him Ned.
That's fine. Kind of looks like a Ned, I think.
It's a Ned.
No idea what his role is at all in this.
We know that the stormtroopers come up to him, talk to him, and then eventually he's in a firefight.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe he has some information on the Jedi or something. Mm-hmm. We have next we move on to the Vader kind of being assembled.
Oh, you could see his burnt
Vader
arm.
assemble.
You could see
I think that's cool, yeah.
They got details in there.
Yeah, we've never actually seen in live action kind of the assembling process of Vader. We see a little bit of I was almost going to call him Naked Vader in Rogue One, but I guess we can call him Naked Vader because he's just in his Bacta-ish tank, whatever.
Meditation chamber,
Bacta, whatever they got going on in there, yeah. So we see that in Rogue One, and we get a little look at the face. But here we're going to see, the chest plate being put on and him going into this. And I hope it's all Hayden in these scenes as well.
Yeah, and we hear the breathing, and our last scene is Kenobi looking resigned, though we can't exactly tell where he is.
It's very hard to, it looks,
What's interesting is that he said in an interview, Ewan McGregor, and I know I reported this on the other channel.
Yeah. He
said in an interview his first time meeting Vader on set, Vader comes up from behind him.
So you think this is the first? Well, there's rumors of multiple meetings between the two, which I'm going to reserve judgment until I see it, but it sounds a lot.
Well, this could even be a bait and switch. We
Probably.
don't know who's behind him.
Trailers are meant to just tease you and get you excited. They're taken out of context or patched together to make things seem like they're going to happen. So, us speculating here is all in good fun. It could be dead wrong. It's just, that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to get you excited, and certainly that's what these 2 trailers have done, I think. But no, it's hard to tell what's going on here. He looks, like I said, he looks kind of resigned. He looks like he's captured. The dialogue over it kind of implies he's captured, and we have the Vader assembling. So you're kind of supposed to get the impression that something bad is about to happen to him, but who knows?
The music in this trailer, phenomenal, as usual. Going
back to a little bit of Duel of the Fates, a little bit of Imperial March at the end.
Yeah.
They've really nailed the music with these 2 trailers. They know what they're doing there.
Wait to hear John Williams' edition, though.
His Kenobi theme,
Kenobi.
Because Kenobi doesn't have a theme.
No.
Not in either
Kenobi's
trilogy.
theme got turned into the Force theme.
Yeah. I guess that's allowed, yeah.
So now Kenobi gets his own.
Oh, very excited to, probably the last John Williams Star Wars theme or music we'll ever get. I hope not. I would love if he lives another 100 years and keeps scoring Star Wars, turns into a Force ghost and just keeps doing it. Why not, right?
He sits at home on the weekend. He's just been scoring things.
Probably.
Someday when he passes away, someone will open up a treasure trove of John Williams scores that he's just been doing on the side. These are things I would have loved to do soundtracks or music for, and here they are.
That would be so cool to continue to get him after the fact. And he's, I think, 90. But anyway, I think that's it. I think the trailer, again, is nothing that got me any more excited. I think it's kind of unnecessary, I would say, but it's well done in the fact that it doesn't give too much. It doesn't give nothing where you're like, oh, well, what was the point? A lot of times they do these, especially as we get closer, they'll do these 30-second clips, and they literally add a new flash of a scene, and you just keep getting them. So this was a little dialogue, a little more hint to what we already, I think, knew was going to happen in this series. But it's fine. It's good. Like I said, my excitement meter is pegged. So just bring me the series. Bring me Kenobi. All right. Well, I guess that's all we've got for you this time. If you enjoyed this video, we do a lot of discussions like this over on our second channel. So do check that out. I'll try to remember to leave it in the comments and description below should you want to go over there and see what we do. Either way, tell me what you think of this trailer. Is your excitement meter pegged out? Does this maybe get you less excited, possibly. Whatever the case may be, leave your comments below. Let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.